Jared Washburn, the renewed, he's got 8 wins, earned run average 4th in the American League at 2.71. So perhaps pitching will be part of Bill Kruger's Northwest Ford Store's keys to the game.
Well, Brad, you are so right. Pitching is big, but we're talking Aussie rules. Aussie rules football? No. We're talking about Ryan Roland Smith's return to the major leagues. You know, he was about ready to go back to Australia, down under, and play some Aussie rules. He didn't get called up. This guy's aggressive. He's ready to pitch well. I expect big things. The Condor returns. He's soaring back into center field, folks, with that giant wingspan. Gutierrez is back, and his defense is back in the ballgame, which is huge. Plus, the big right-handed bat that he has shown is big with the left-hand hitters, the left-hand pitchers that the Mariners are going to be seeing over the next 5 or 6 games, boy. He's going to be big there. Last but not least, do a little bottom fishing. Hey, it's that time of year. Everybody's going out for the Kings, you know, the Angels, the Yankees, the Rangers, the Boston Red Sox. But you know, when you get skunked, you just got to come in a little bit of shallow water and fish for those sea bass and those snapper and those Cleveland Indians. That's what you do, and you always get them.
That snapper can be good eating too. You know,
they're
you
good.
Give it up right,
They're
a little
good,
butter.
yeah.
It's good stuff. All right, Mr. Kruger, we'll see you on the post-game show, of course. Up now to the booth. Our job is done. It's Dave Niehaus, Mike Blowers. I'm sure you guys also excited to see Ryan Roland Smith finally back at this level again.
Oh, man, are we? We're excited to go bottom fishing, to tell you the truth, aren't you?
I think I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Good to be home, do some fishing.
It is great to be home, even though it's only for 6 games. The Mariners taking on the Cleveland Indians tonight. And, of course, we're going to check the West standings. Even though the Mariners went 5-2 on the road trip, they lost a game and a half because the Angels are red hot. Texas almost as hot. But they just got to keep winning.
That's all they can worry about. They can't control the Angels right now. Eventually, they're going to play them and play them a lot to try to make up the ground. But right now, they're playing great baseball. Last 10 games are 7-3. That's what they need to worry about.
I guess we tend to forget there are really 2 ways you can get to the playoffs. Either win your division or be the wild card team. And believe it or not, the Mariners are closer to being a wild card team right now than they are winning the West. They're 5 games.
Well, and I think the wild card has been a great thing for the American League and the National League, that your teams are still in it. But right now, it's a little bit early. You're in July. Keep fighting for the West. Try to win the West. Don't worry about the wild card right now.
Remember what Jay Buhner said in 95?
I remember what he said.
The heck with a wild card. All right, let's check our banner bench. Note on Ryan Roland Smith. Last 8 starts in 2008, 3-2, ERA 2.56. The Mariners will take it. They'd like to see the big guy come right back and pick up where he left off last year.
Well, they really would, and it should give them some confidence in Ryan Roland Smith, knowing that he can actually do that and put up some big numbers. This is a guy, I think, that can pitch deep into some ball games. Take a look at this last year. Good command of his fastball. That's where it all starts for Ryan Roland Smith. He has an exceptional changeup, a pretty good breaking ball, too. There's a good changeup from him. But overall, he's somebody I think is going to fit nicely in the rotation. He's ready to go. Plenty of work behind him. Don't worry about the pitch counts at this point.
Of course, when somebody comes up, somebody's got to go. And sorry to report that Roy Corcoran has been designated for assignment, one of the great guys in the clubhouse.
Yeah, and it's a real shame because Roy was really starting to throw the ball well. Hopefully he'll be back sometime soon.
So the Mariners and the Cleveland Indians, and tonight's starters, Gutierrez. It's great to have him back in the lineup after his, well, almost touch with fate on Tuesday night on this ball as he runs into the scoreboard out there in Detroit. He was out for 2 days, hardly got up after 5 minutes. He's fine, and it's great to have Gutierrez back. And it's his night, too. It's Gutierrez bobblehead night. Back with baseball for you. The M's and the Tribe right after this. Summertime, summertime in the Pacific Northwest. What a way to go on a weekend like this. A way to go outside. Not exactly all the way inside, but you're coming inside to baseball's finest palace, Safeco Field, on a beautiful night as the Mariners open a homestand against the Cleveland Indians. It's game one of the three-game series against the Tribe. Their only visit to Seattle this year. Nice crowd on hand for Franklin Gutierrez bobblehead night. And let's look at the lineups, Michael.
Okay, thank you, Dave. For the Mariners tonight, Ichiro is going to lead things off in this Russell, Branyan, Jose Lopez. Shelton getting the start. He'll hit fourth. He's a designated hitter. Had a nice double off of Lappy the last time that they faced him. Gutierrez back in the lineup. Good to see him there after crashing into the wall in Detroit. Langerhans, Kenji getting the start behind the plate. He will hit seventh. Hanahan is eighth. And then Cedeno, the shortstop, will hit ninth. And for the Tribe tonight, Grady Sizemore will lead things off in his Cabrera, Chu, Martinez, Peralta, Hafner, Garco, Carroll, and Francisco will hit ninth. See what Roland Smith did for Tacoma in his last four starts. 4-0 with a great ERA. Look at the strikeouts to the walks. 23 strikeouts to just 2 walks. And the defense behind them tonight. Langerhans, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Across the infield will be Hanahan, Cedeno, Lopez, and Branyan. And, of course, Kenji Jojima behind the plate tonight.
Well, in his only start here this year, forced out in April with elbow pain, and it's good to see the big Aussie back. As you saw, the last 4 outings were just spectacular. And I wouldn't be too surprised if he doesn't have a few butterflies tonight. It's been a long stay down there for him after he worked so hard during the winter to get into the rotation, and he did get into the rotation after spring training. It just didn't work out.
It didn't because of the injury, and things weren't going particularly well, and then he had a rough outing in AAA. He was probably down there a lot longer than he wanted to be.
And here's Grady Sizemore. Everett's Grady Sizemore taking a strike on the inside corner. Ron Kulpa is the man calling balls and strikes. Dale Scott at first base, Delphin Colon at second, and Mike DeMuro around at third. And Grady ground ball easily to second baseman Lopez, and Jose throws him out. So a couple of pitches, one down. 70 degrees at game time. Going to be warmer than that tomorrow. We understand the wind out of the west at 4 miles an hour, but it's just an idyllic evening here in the Northwest tonight. Astrobal Cabrera has been hotter than a pistol. Just a point under 300 with a couple of home runs, 36 RBIs, and of course the former Mariner. And that fastball strike. A 264 hitter right-handed as he's up there. 316 left-handed. And Cabrera fouls that one back and out of play. That was a changeup and a good one.
He has a really good changeup. Everything's set up off his fastball. So far, a good sign. 4 pitches, 4 strikes.
And down he goes. Wow, what a curveball that time. So 2 away.
Look at his fastball, changeup, and then a great curveball. You can see Kenji wants him to throw it down in the zone. Cabrera swings right over the top of it. Take a look at this pitch. And the bottom falls out of it.
So Roland Smith quickly with 2 down, and here's another ex-Mariner product, Jin-Soo Choo. Fastball hits him. Just does nick him. So he's on his way to first base. But I like that. I like him coming in on him at first pitch. A fastball, he wasn't throwing at him. He just barely nicked him. But establish the inside pitch and then go away with the breaking ball.
Yeah, I like it too. And I think that's something that we saw out of him last year when he was pitching so well at the end of the season. Certainly not scared to pitch inside.
Victor Martinez, the Indian All-Star. The hitter. And a breaking ball to him down low and inside. Of course, it was Victor Martinez who put a heck of a scare in the Mariners in the final out in Cleveland the other day. And a towering pop-up. Jose, side out. So here in the first, very impressive start for Ryan Rowland-Smith. No runs, no hits, and one man left. We started in Seattle. Indians nothing. The Mariners coming up. Let's look at the lineup he'll be facing for the Mariners.
Leading things off, it'll be Ichiro, then it's Branyan, Lopez. Chris Shelton to start. He's the designated hitter hitting fourth. Good to see Franklin Gutierrez back in the lineup hitting fifth. Then it's Langerhans, Jojima, Hanahan, and Cedeno. Take a look at the numbers for Laffey. He was pretty well against the Mariners. They were able to get 3 runs off of him in the first inning down in Cleveland, and then he shut him out after that. And the defense behind him, Francisco, Sizemore, and Chu in the outfield. In the infield is Peralta, Cabrera, Carroll, and Garco over at first base. Victor Martinez will do the catching tonight.
So Aaron Laffey, the 24-year-old southpaw, ready to work on Ichiro, who's hitting .368 against left-handed pitching. And he looks at his strike, 0-1 the count. Slight breeze blowing out toward right, and a huge gap out there between Sizemore and Chu in right center field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Laffey, once he establishes his fastball, can be tough. But sometimes he has a problem doing it. And that fastball just barely misses outside.
We saw that when we were in Cleveland with Laffey in the first inning. Really struggled. Mariners took advantage of it. But once he settled down with his fastball, he was pretty good after that.
And a ground ball, base hit into the hole. So Ichiro is 6 for 12, 500 against Aaron Laffey.
And a lot of those hits going the other way for Ichiro. You see it. Hits right in the hole. Third baseman Peralta playing up. Solid base hit to left.
I got a funny story. We get in and we are bussed in from the airport and have to wait for the luggage to get to Safeco Field after every trip. And the fastball high and inside. And last night, waiting for about half an hour to 40 minutes for the luggage to get in. And several of the guys that were there, and Russell Branyan was there waiting for the equipment truck to get there to get his luggage off. I'm standing there. We're talking about the stadium in Detroit. The fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. He said, you know that Pepsi porch out there? He said they should bring that in a little bit so people other than Russell Branyan could hit it over there. And a ground ball to first. Chance for 2. Here's 1. And there is 2. Nicely done as Laffey gets over there. covering. 3-6-1. Three, 5-1, I beg your pardon.
Yeah,
with a shift on that.
That's right. Peralta, former shortstop, has no problem making the turn.
And Jose Lopez will be the hitter. That's going to be well foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Day game tomorrow, and then the day game on Sunday before we see the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays just finished beating Cleveland 2 out of 3. Cleveland came from Toronto yesterday.
Hearing that story with Brandon, it reminded me of Frank Howard when he was a hitting coach for the Yankees when I was there, and he had a ball up on the roof at Old Tiger Stadium.
And that ball hooked down the left field line toward the corner. It won't get to the corner. They drop in front of Ben Francisco. So we want to remind you that tomorrow, with the soccer game at noon, the Mariner game at 1 or 1:10, this is going to be a hub of activity down here around these two stadiums. So if you're planning on coming to either game, get here early. Chicago Fire and the Sounders, and of course the Mariners and the Indians. And Chris Shelton taking down low and inside, and that's of course followed by the Torchlight Parade tomorrow night down 4th Avenue. Kicking off Seafair, and that's down low and inside. Pat O'Day, Mike Holmgren, the man that will be heading that up as Grand Marshals, co-Grand Marshals. Chris Shelton with a count 2-1. That's inside. 3-1.
Well, we'll see if Don Wakamatsu wants to start the runner with Lopez over on first base, and a 3-1 count for Sheldon.
The 3-1 pitch is hit hard but foul. The Mariners at a season high 7 games over 500 with a record of 51-44. Mariners' 51st win last year was August the 29th.
We'll take a picture of Don Wakamatsu there. People starting to talk about him getting in the hunt for manager of the year.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it. Nice change thrown that time, but foul back. Chris watches that one miss low and outside. So still a little bit of a struggle in the first inning, as it was in Cleveland. Baron Laffey, and a man on the spot there, Eric Wedge, has been given at least until the end of the year with the Cleveland Indians. And listen to the welcome back for Franklin Gutierrez.
Well deserved. He scared us a little bit when he ran into that wall, didn't he, Dave?
Scared us a lot. That's a nice portrait. The man with the golden glove. That fastball too high. And of course, facing a club on which he played last year. Took a lot off that pitch, only 87 miles an hour.
He'll change speeds on his fastball. You can see 20 pitches so far, struggling. 10 balls, 10 strikes.
Too high. Snaps on to second base. Head first slide. Lopez is back in there. Does that call come from the second baseman?
Either one of them can put it on. Yeah, but and even sometimes the catcher, especially at second base like that, he can see the second baseman moving over there, but a lot of times they'll put it on. Watching the runner, Lopez getting in a pretty aggressive secondary lead. Take a look at Carroll, the second baseman.
2-1, low and outside, ball 3, 3-1. And that missed badly outside, so the sacks are full for Ryan Langerhans. So the Mariners applying the pressure. Were it not for the double play, Lappy would be in a big mess. He's in a big mess, big enough for him right here. But with 2 down. Breaking ball for a strike, and a nice breaking ball. Another breaking ball, almost the same spot, just barely outside. There's Jose Lopez over at third and Chris Shelton at second. Franklin Gutierrez at first base, but 2 down. Breaking ball and the ground ball hits a second. Gonna get out of it. Jamie Carroll throws out Ryan Langerhans, and the Mariners get a couple of hits and lead 3, but no runs. So as we go to the second, still no score.
queen.com.
With Mike Blowers, Dave Niehaus moving into the second inning of play here. Rally fries. Everybody wants rally fries.
82 years old, 76. What was the last one? 5 years old?
Down low, the first pitch to Johnny Peralta. It's amazing how many of those signs we see around the league, on the road.
On the road, especially, yeah.
And a base hit to left field. Peralta right on that one. So there's the first hit off Roland Smith. And up will step the dangerous Travis Hafner. Yankees won again. Boy, they've been hot. They've won 8 in a row. They knocked off the A's 8-3. Boston snapped a 5-game losing streak as they beat Baltimore 3-1. Strike one to Hafner. There is no pitch count on Roland Smith.
No, just the normal. I guess 110, something like that.
He's got a good breaking ball.
Yes, he does. Throws breaking ball to the left-handed hitters for the most part. Change-ups to the righties.
Fastball lined right at the left fielder. And Langerhans has no problem with that. Ryan Garco, the first baseman, hit her down. Sunday, the Mariners meeting the Indians here, and that's going to be Salute to Kids Day. All you kids 14 and under, you're going to take home a replica Ichiro road jersey, courtesy of Boeing, so bring your family to Safeco Field, where the afternoon will be yours. All about the kids. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. Garco taking a nice curveball for a strike. Boy, Kansas City really struggling there. Trailing Texas 2-0 in the 8th, but Kansas City's lost 9 in a row.
Good to see Ryan Roland Smith back. I know that you do your daily interview with the manager, Don Wakamatsu, for radio. Did he give you any idea what was going to happen on Sunday?
He said it's probably going to be Vargas or Jakubowskis. He's not sure which. Of course, if it's Vargas, somebody else has got to go down.
So there'd be another move. That's right.
Man alive, I guess a little high. 2-2. We wish Roy Corcoran well.
Yes.
What a wonderful young man.
Hopefully he'll be back soon.
Fly ball hit to deep left field, right down the line, and that baby is foul.
That's another slow breaking ball. He leaves this one up in the zone. Garco knew he had enough distance to it, but couldn't keep it fair. And that one is hit to left field and deep. Langerhans has it go over his head.
So Peralta to third base, and they will hold him there on a double by Ryan Garco. And the Indians are in business with 2 in scoring position, only 1 man down.
Well, this one looks like a fastball out over the plate. No, it's another breaking ball, slider that time. Garco hits it hard into the gap. Langerhans can't get back in time. Does a nice job of getting it back quickly, though, so Peralta can't score from first base.
Mariners middle playing back. They'll give up a run for an out here as Jamie Carroll, the second baseman, is the hitter. Low. Same thing. 2-0. Down low again. Since we last talked, the Cardinals acquiring Matt Holliday from the A's. Exchanged for Brett Wallace and 2 other minor leaguers. AAA right-hander by the name of Clayton Mortensen and a AA outfielder named Shane Peterson. 4 in a row. So Carroll to first base, and now the pressure on the Aussie. He's got the bases loaded with only 1 man down. But a ground ball away from getting out of it. Holliday made his debut with the Cardinals, and the Cardinals leading 8-1 in the 9th inning. And Holliday had a heck of a start, going 4 for 5. He's gone 4 for 5. That's 5 in a row with which he's missed. And a high fly ball hit to left field will score a run. As Langerhouse gets back there, here comes Peralta in from third, and it's 1-0. Cleveland. Francisco with his 30th RBI.
Hello, Benny. Nice job, Danny.
Back to the top of the order for Grady Sizemore. Nice breaking ball. Trading deadline 1 week from today. And easy ground ball to shortstop. It could have been a lot worse. Bases loaded, 1 down, and only 1 comes in to score for the Cleveland Indians. We go to the bottom of the second. They lead it 1-0.
Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
And welcome back to Safeco Field. As we go into the bottom half of the second inning, it'll be catcher Kenji Jojima, and then third baseman Jack Hanahan, and then shortstop Ronnie Cedeno. What a beautiful night. 1-0 Cleveland. A lot of pitches thrown in the first inning by Laffey, 26. And he starts off Jojima with a pitch that's high and outside. And a little looper into right field for a base hit. Nice soft line drive. Jojima is aboard. And Jack Hanahan will be the hitter.
Take a look at the swing by Kenji Jojima. Typically likes to pull the ball. This one a fastball, a little inside out swing, hits it hard into right field. Nice base hit.
Jack Hanahan, the hitter. Want to know?
Pretty good breaking ball.
Outstanding.
Yeah. You mentioned the pitch count. It's a good thing in the first inning for the Mariners. Even though they didn't score, the amount of pitches, you really want to try to get into Cleveland's bullpen if you can. They had their struggles this year.
And that fastball is there for a strike. Fastball again. So he's had some success with the #1 pitch. And pretty good diet of him now. Jack Hanahan.
Yeah, and that last fastball in on his hands. Wouldn't be surprised if he came back with a breaking ball.
Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 call. So his first strikeout. I think that Hanahan was looking for a breaking ball. Time now for our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. Congratulations, Mark Burley. 18th perfect game in Major League history yesterday. 26th pitcher with 2 or more no-hitters. A no-hitter a couple years ago. Mark Burley, perfecto. Took a heck of a catch by Dwayne Wise in the 9th inning.
How about Ozzie Guillen putting Wise in the 9th inning for his defense, and he ends up going over the wall to save everything for him. It was a nice catch.
Ronnie Cedeno taking 2 high. Fastball strike. A nice crowd here tonight. 30,000 plus, one would guess.
Terrific night to be out at the ballpark. The weather can't be any better, I don't think.
A little bit off the fastball. Well located, outside corner. Maybe a little off the corner. 1-2.
Yeah, and you can see Laffey changing speeds on his fastball. Kenji had the right idea. Try to hit him the other way if you can.
That's exactly what Cedeno was trying to do on that breaking ball. the mound, double play ball. Step on the bag, go to first, inning over. So 6-3 the double play. We'll go to the third. 1-0 Cleveland.
What a catch that was. I didn't realize he had to run that far to make that catch. That was a terrific catch.
So Mark Burley is second no-hitter. And now as we go to the third inning of play, Astrobal Cabrera, who struck out in the first inning, leads it off. Just me, or is Roland Smith working a lot faster than when he left?
Maybe a little bit. You know what? Last year when he was pitching so well, I thought he had a really nice pace to the game. And I don't know if earlier, through spring training and starting the season when he was having some trouble, some injury problems, if he was trying to nurse that along and taking more time in between pitches. But he has a nice pace going right now.
Nice stop down there. Seems like when he tries to reach back and get that something extra, he's overthrowing a little bit and missing the strike zone. That fastball, fly ball down the right field line and into the corner. Ichiro makes the leap against the fence and amazingly makes the catch. My, oh my, what a catch by Ichiro. We'll take a chance with our Coors Light freeze frame on this, baby. Watch Ichiro go over there into the corner and bang up against the wall, hang on to the baseball, and then go crashing down to the warning track. What a catch.
That was a terrific catch. How about the fans started to reach for the ball and then pull their hands back at the last minute, but nice concentration by Ichiro. Wow, catches that just before he hits the pad.
Chen-Su Chu has taken 2 that have missed. Sharply hit, but right at Lopez. Okay, time for our trivia question. Time now for the trivia question, which is, can you put these perfect games in chronological order? There they are: Hunter, Cone, Dennis Martinez, David Wells, Sandy, and Rogers. Victor Martinez takes a strike at the knees.
Well, which way? Is it the first one, or who did it the latest, or how is it going?
I guess any order you want, then. We don't have to put them in chronological order then. You just said any order we want. I thought it was chronological.
I thought that's what it said. Because that's the question was asked. About Koufax Hunter.
It's great to have him back, isn't it?
It is. It is.
0-2 the count on Victor Martinez. And foul back.
About Koufax Hunter. Martinez, Rogers, Wells, Cone.
6 for 6, pal. 6 for 6. You're the best.
Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome. And a ground ball hit right to Lopez at second base, and he throws him out here in the third. Thanks to a fabulous catch by Ichiro, the Indians have gone 1-2-3, and we go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Cleveland.
And dining destination.
1-0. The Tribe leading the Mariners as we go to the bottom half of the third. Nice to have one of the best hitters I ever saw. Billy Buckner over here from Boise, Idaho, with a group of fans. Came up in the booth a little earlier. He's only remembered for one thing, and that's a shame.
It is a shame. I think timing sometimes is everything, and for him it was bad timing on his part for such a great player.
Well, he was a fabulous player, darn near a Hall of Fame caliber.
Over 2,700 hits.
Yep. And speaking of Hall of Fame, that's this weekend. As Jimmy Rice, one of his teammates, will go into the Hall of Fame, along with Ricky Anderson and Joe Gordon. So Ichiro is down on strikes on 3 pitches.
He started off as an outfielder, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah. Pretty good pitch. Apparently a little low. It was over the plate. That curveball. And another breaking ball. I would be surprised if Brandon sees a fastball.
Maybe if he wastes one up and in or something to open up the plate for his breaking ball again.
Breaking ball. So 3 in a row. 2 and 1.
And the Indians, like all the other clubs, have the big shift on for Branyan. See all the infielders over on the right side.
Fastball that time. He did waste it inside. And another one, but he missed high and inside this time. Time to give the answer. Well, Aflac trivia question. Perfect game yesterday. We want to know if you can put these perfect games in chronological order. Koufax, Hunter, Martinez, Rogers, David Wells, and David Cohn. And the answer is Mike was correct. There they are. Koufax 65, Catfish 68. El Presidente in 91, Kenny Rogers in 94, David Wells in 98, and David Cohn in 99. Double play ball. So for the second time, the Mariners are ending an inning on a DP. Sharply hit by Lopez, 4-6-3. We go to the 4th, 1-0 Cleveland.
Nifty ball game here, 1-0. Some of the folks enjoying it here on a spectacular weather night in Seattle. Glad to be back in Seattle. Dave Sims with Mike Blowers. Feels good, doesn't it?
It feels great, actually. Weather's perfect. Nice night for baseball. So far, Ryan Rowland-Smith looks pretty good.
I'm impressed. Here's a fly ball. Gutierrez going deep right center field. He's there under control. And, boy, how great is it to have him back in the lineup? That's off the bat of Johnny Peralta. 1 out here in the 4th. That'll bring up Travis Hafner. Hafner lined out to left field. Great to have Gutierrez back in the lineup. Good to have one of the really good guys, Goody's center field crew, and one of the another one of the fine guys on this ball club. Not only Goody, but Ryan Rowland-Smith. Right, with the curveball to Hafner, strike one.
I thought Ryan Langerhans did a nice job in center field for the few days that he had to fill in. Nice diving catch to end the game yesterday.
Very impressive.
He did a nice job.
Good athlete. Swinging a miss. And one of the tough things that happen in this sport, you have to let another good guy, Roy Corcoran,
that's
designated for assignment.
Roy was really starting to throw the ball well. Have to wait and see what happens on Sunday, if there's going to be another move or if they're going to go with somebody out of the pen to get the start on Sunday.
Way outside to Hafner, ball and 2 strikes. Ben Francisco's second inning sacrifice fly, the only run of the ball game. Mariners had the bases loaded in the first inning, couldn't push anything across. Long run for Hanahan, and he's a little bit late. The Mariners take 3 out of 4 from Cleveland, and then Cleveland goes to Toronto and takes 2 out of 3 up there. The 1-2 bouncing ball goes to Cedeno. And he throws out Hafner for the second out. Coming up tomorrow to be Jeremy Sowers against Eric Bedard. Starters for Saturday's game. There's Eric. Big question for Eric: how deep will he get into the game? Last time 4 2/3? It was up around 90 pitches. Way upstairs to Garco and Bedard. I tell you what, if the Mariners are going to continue to make this run and stay very competitive, they're going to need innings from him. Line drive, Lopez right there. And Ryan Rowland-Smith through 4 innings, giving up just 1 run. Cleveland on top of the Mariners in a first of a weekend series. And by Les Schwab, celebrating over 50 years of pride in performance. Safeco Field, the site. Game 1 of a weekend series. Folks from the great state of Ohio. Trying to talk them out of getting married. It's not working. Rally prize. I like that. At least I'm not a Yankees fan. That's pretty good. It's amazing around the country. It's one thing everybody So many people share that aren't from the New York area. Hey, we hate the Yankees, and whoever's playing, we love whoever's playing the Yankees. The Mariners are going to get 7 opportunities here in this ballpark coming up August, September. 4-game series, a 3-game series. Yankees won again tonight. 8 in a row. Shelton, backhanded, nice play. Jamie Carroll throws him out.
A nice play by Carroll. That ball was hit right on the button by Shelton. Ends up getting a fastball out over the plate and hit it hard.
Here's Franklin Gutierrez. His bobble night. He walked a 3-1 pitch back in the first inning. Said he looked at the replay of that his battle with the wall, which he lost. He only watched it about once. That was enough. Said, "You ever played American football?" I said, "No, but now I have an idea what that's like."
I would do that about 20, 25 times.
Wow. It is amazing how they have the top of that fence in Detroit padded, the bottom part not padded. We missed something?
Well, I can tell you this. I don't know if we did, but Franklin did.
Oh, man. Inside corner called strike, says Ron Tulpa. Mariners had Sowers on the ropes first inning. Loaded the bases, couldn't get anybody home. Popped up. First baseman. Oh, he hit and dropped it. He was feeling for the tarp. Ryan Garko. That's tough going towards the tarp. You know it's there.
You know it's there, and it's right at your knees. Take a look at Garko going for it, trying to slow up before the tarp. Wow. Looked like he slipped a little bit. Yeah, it looked like he slipped a little bit trying to make the catch.
They realized he overran it, and then Spikes gave out to Laffey. This will throw a 1-2 pitch again to Gutierrez down low. Ryan Langer hands on deck. Drive to right field. Shin-Soo Choo. Good coverage out there. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the 4th. Create your own Mariners collectible using your favorite photos at the photo store at Mariners.com. 3 easy steps. You can make your very own Mariners memory. Visit Mariners.com today. Ryan Langerhans was up with the bases loaded in the first inning, grounded out to second base to end the inning. Good curveball by Laffey.
So far, Laffey's had really good command of his breaking ball, especially to the left-handed hitters.
Bounced up there.
Just spiked a fastball.
Two balls and 1 strike to Ryan Langerhans. Big breaking ball. Good one. 2-2. Langerhans 0 for 4 against Aaron Laffey. Laffey sure has struggled on the road. 6.75 ERA. Strike 3 called. Well, he breezed through the 4th. 1-2-3. It's a 1-0 Cleveland lead. The sense of humor is getting awesome. We'll take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. The Tribe in for the weekend. We see the Blue Jays for the first time. And then 4 games deep in the heart of Texas. And that's immediately followed by 3 with Kansas City. Jamie Carroll to lead it off, followed by Ben Francisco and Grady Sizemore against Ryan Rowland-Smith. It's interesting listening to Don Wakamatsu talk about Ryan Rowland-Smith, talking about what he did. He said he added velocity. He's got maybe 2-3 mile an hour faster on his fastball, improved his changeup and his off-speed stuff, throwing the off-speed stuff for strikes. But the main thing is that he's keeping things down. Hanahan, nice backhand. Zips it across. Dug out by Brandon, 1 out. Nice play all around.
And there's a good example of what you were talking about, Dave. Off-speed pitch, but it's down, so he gets the ground ball. Hanahan, a good fielding third baseman, has no problems with it.
As we scoreboard watch, also watch the wild card teams that the Mariners are battling against as the scores roll through. Ben Francisco, sacrifice fly, second inning, accounting for the only run tonight.
How about the Kansas City Royals? That's 10 in a row they've lost.
And what was it? Remember when Greinke got off to what, 6-7-0 start?
Yeah.
Take a look at the standings. Papelbon closed one out against Baltimore tonight. Tampa Bay.
Well, as you look at that, I mean, the biggest thing, Dave, is that the guys are going to head down to Texas. They can take care of some business and move up on that list because Texas is there in second place.
Tampa Bay comes in here, and the White Sox come to Seattle for 7 games. Ball and 2 strikes in, sent to right field, backing up Ichiro, taking a look. He's at the track. He makes another great catch. That's 2 tonight for Ichiro. He made a brilliant catch in the 3rd inning, going into foul territory, and now he runs this one down off the bat of Ben Francisco.
Looks like he has this one measured perfectly. A couple of steps, and then he hits the wall. Nice play.
2 outs here in the 5th inning. Top of the order, Grady Sizemore, 0 for 2. Not the numbers we're used to seeing from Sizemore because of that left elbow problem. Fly ball center field. Here comes Gutierrez and Ryan Rowland-Smith. A 9-pitch. Top of the 5th inning. Well done. 1-0 Cleveland. Wilcox Farms 100th anniversary. Remember, buy local, buy fresh, buy Wilcox Farms eggs. And by Metropolitan Appliance, the only appliance store you'll ever need, now open on Sundays. 1-0 lead for the Tribe here. First a weekend series in Seattle on a gorgeous night to be watching baseball. Temperature at first pitch was 70 degrees. Kenji Jojaman will lead it off. He led off the second with a base hit and was erased in a double play. Tribe has turned 3. Twin killing.
I think it comes from Lappy having the ability to change speeds on his fastball, take a little bit off of it, get some ground balls to help himself out.
Kenji last played on Tuesday. He went 1 for 4. Called strike. Tuesday game was at 9-7 loss at Detroit. Congratulations to Jared Washburn. Another fine performance turned in yesterday. 7 innings, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts.
Has ERA down to a 2.71, 4th best in the league.
That is impressive. Bouncing ball to the shortstop, Cabrera. Some play, huh? One out here in the home 5th. Mark your calendar for the Mariners-Rays game on Friday, August 7th. It's the 5th and final bobblehead night of the year. The first 20,000 fans receive a unique collectible of Mariners great Ken Griffey Jr., courtesy of FSN. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Thank you, Lindsay. Great job. Jack Hanahan. Jack called out on strikes his first time up. Evans at 1-1. Jack on the road trip had 3 hits. 2 of them were home runs in a game at Detroit.
Another one a double.
Let the Mariners face it. This is the second game of a stretch of 6 consecutive left-handed starters.
Very unusual.
One and 2. Back to Laffey. He's having a heck of a night. 2 outs.
That was one of the things that I was talking about, David, at the start of the game, is Lappy. The Mariners got to him in the first inning in Cleveland where they scored 3 runs, and then he settled down and pitched a lot like what we're seeing right now. The Mariners had an opportunity in the first tonight, couldn't take advantage of it, and same thing. We're seeing the same thing from him after he was able to get through the first inning.
Last Sunday, he goes 6 innings, 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 walks. As you mentioned, 3 runs on 4 hits in the first inning. Boy, did he settle down after that. Cedeno bounced into a double play his first time. Straight away they play him, not too deep. Cleveland Indians starting the day, 20 games under 500. Again, this is a team a couple of years ago that was a few outs away from going to the World Series. Way outside from Laffey. Central Division. Verlander 6 hit Chicago in the first of 2 this evening. Minnesota back to 500. Matthew, 24 years old, out of Cumberland, Maryland, western part of the state. 6 foot 185. He went 5-7 with the Tribe in 16 starts last year with a 4.23 ERA.
He will throw everything up there. Good changeup. He's had a really good breaking ball tonight.
Yeah. Good battle by Cedeno, and he strikes out. That is 6 in a row retired. Laffey with his 4th strikeout of the evening. He's got a 1-0 lead. Smoother, quieter, greener way to travel. Ride around Transit Link's light rail from Tukwila to Seattle with 10 stops along the way, because tomorrow a lot of activity going on at Quest and here at Safeco Field. A busy day in Seattle. First pitch swinging, Cedeno throws out Cabrera here in the 6th. Well, 1 out in the 6th, and Ryan Rollins-Smith giving the Mariners what they want. They needed some length. And when you look at the 1st inning, the 4th, and the 5th, 10 or fewer pitches, just what the doctor ordered.
He's only given up 2 hits so far. He's behind in the game 1-0 on a sacrifice fly by Francisco back in the 2nd inning.
But Wack had an interesting thing about Ryan Rollins-Smith. I think he learned more about himself, gave him time to develop his pitching. He got back into great shape. And, you know, it wasn't an entitlement thing. Remember that outing he had about a month ago? He gave up like 12 runs, and that was right around like.
That was right when he thought he was coming back. I'm going to go down and get a little work, and I'm back in there. It didn't work out that way for him.
Over his head. Nice job to get out of the way by Chu.
It was a breaking ball. Good time. You know, at the time, I don't think Ryan Rollins-Smith was probably happy about it. I can't say that I blame him, but you have to hope that maybe it paid off for him, because he was able to get a lot of things straightened out. Get back here completely healthy, feeling good about what he was doing. Is terrific in his last 4 starts down in AAA.
1.69 ERA, going 4-0. Talked to a scout tonight, said he had seen him down. He says for a 4th and 5th starter, he's a good one. Pull the breaking ball. Lopez comes in, and Shu really busting it down the line. Good play, Lopez. Good play by Shu. Shin-Soo Choo doing a nice job, and he's retired. 2 outs. Tomorrow, make plans. Take in an afternoon of baseball right here at Safeco Field. The Indians visit the Mariners. First 15,000 fans, 21 and over, Take home a stylish new Mariners gym bag. For tickets, visit mariners.com. So Ryan Smith, Roland Smith's on a roll here. 12 in a row. He's retired. 2 outs here in the 6th. Victor Martinez popped out to second. Grounded out to second. Brandian will take a look, so will Kendry. No play. Got a total of 5 hits in this ballgame. A run on 2 hits for the Tribe. No runs, 3 hits for the Mariners. Ryan Roland Smith last year 5-3 record, a 3.42 ERA, 47 games, 12 starts. Oh! Nice job to get the heck out of the way by Mike DeMuro. Atta baby Mike.
Victor Martinez hits a line drive. You can see it hooking right at Mike. Tried to get out of the way, and then the late dive. Take another look.
Two and two. He had a good read on it, then it started hooking on it right where he wanted to go.
Started to chase him. Hit the ground.
That's it. Two and two. Swing and a miss. Ryan Roland Smith got a great groove going here. 13 in a row, retired. Cody and Justin, way to go, guys. But they're here during BP. You gotta like it.
Yeah, they were here early today.
Ichiro will stand in for Meadenflow. And here's a fly ball, left field. Francisco will make the catch, 1 out. Ichiro, 1 for 3 tonight. Yeah, a little FaceTime, some rally fries, and a ball game. Yes, sir.
I like it when they don't waste any time. Just get right after it. It's okay to share with Mom, though. Help her out a little bit.
There's Russell Brandon. Bounced into a double play and walked. Brandon against left-handed pitching started the night 245, 7 home runs and 18 runs batted in.
That was a mistake by Laffey. He'd thrown Brandon a bunch of breaking balls his previous at bat, and you can see where that one is middle in, just left it right there. Russell missed it.
Likes that curveball.
He has had a good one tonight. Those last two he left on the plate. Probably want to throw the last one off the plate away, see if he can get Russell to chase. Going back out there again. Low fastball.
Brandon tied with Teixeira, Morneau, and Pena for the American League home run lead. 24 home runs. He's had some good hacks.
Certainly making him work. Russell sees a lot of pitches typically anyways.
Struck him out. Foul ball went right into Martinez's glove. 5th strikeout for Aaron Laffey, and there are 2 down here in the 6th. Take a look at the Cabot Wood Stains legendary performance on this date, 1977. Seattle's John Montague retires 19 straight in relief, tie the American League record of 33 straight batters retired 2 days earlier. He'd finished a relief outing by retiring 14 in a row. American League record 41 held by Bobby Jenks in 07. Betancourt was his 41st victim. Unievsky Betancourt. The National League record is also 41. Ball and a strike to Jose Lopez. Singled and grounded into a double play. Just 3 hits for the Mariners, 2 for the Tribe. Both of those coming in the 2nd inning off of Ryan Rowland-Smith. Three and one. Popped it up straightaway right field. Shin Soo Choo makes the catch. Mariners are gone as Aaron Laffey continues the roll. He's got a 1-0 lead.
We then take this data and convert it to our EQC tracer graphic.
Johnny Peralta leading off the Cleveland 7th. 1-0. Line drive. Base hit. That's the first hit in this ball game in 59 minutes. Last base hit was Kenji Jojima's leadoff single in the second. That ends a run for Ryan Rowland-Smith. He'd retired 13 consecutive hitters. Stan Frank at 14. Thank you.
Looks like Sean Kelly is up in the bullpen. Ryan's in pretty good shape with his pitch count to 76 pitches.
Travis Hafner 0 for 2. Drive to center field. That's hit a long ways. Going back. Gutierrez, and that has left the yard. Travis Hafner powers one out of here. A 2-run shot that gives Cleveland a 3-0 lead. So Hafner unloads on a 1-0 count for his 10th home run, and it gives him 25 RBIs on the season.
You can see where that pitch is up out of the zone, and Hafner able to catch up to it. Strong man hits that one a long ways out to right center field.
398 feet. Strike one to Garco. He's 1 for 2. Double to left. Lined out to Lopez at second. It looks like the Hafner we've seen over the years has been battling shoulder problems, and they're trying to make the comeback. 0-2 pitch. This one driven to the gap. Ichiro, though, is right there. This Sunday at 6 p.m. make plans to join Ken Griffey Jr. by attending Junior 600 Night, a fundraiser for Seattle's Children's Hospital and the Ken Griffey Jr. Family Foundation in commemoration of Junior's 600th home run. For $350, your ticket includes one autographed bottle of Junior 600, a limited edition Chateau Saint Michel wine, plus there's going to be an auction featuring sports memorabilia from Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and LeBron James, and other sports notables. For more information or tickets, call 206-987-2837, 206-987-2837. As you know, he is very good friends with Tiger and Michael, so you're going to get some good stuff in that auction. Oh, 2 to Jamie Carroll. It doesn't take much for, not out of hand, but for get a couple of nicks up on the board there.
Well, when the other pitcher is throwing a gem at you and you can't afford to make too many mistakes, and he makes one to Hafner on a pitch that's up out of the zone.
Outside, 3-2. That's well stroked. Left field, Langer hands, nicely done. 2 outs. Hit right on the button, but Langer hands ran it down. As we take a look at our Quest high-speed pitch, Lafayette 90-91 for Ryan Rowland-Smith. Both of these guys have featured really good off-speed pitches. Long drive, that is crunched, and that is gone. Ben Francisco with a home run, his 8th of the year. It's now 4-0 Cleveland, and Francisco has driven in 2 runs. Came on an 0-1 pitch, and there was very little doubt about it.
Well, this one looks like a changeup. So what was really a terrific outing through 6 innings for Ryan Rowland-Smith. A couple of long balls, things are falling apart for him. Hit right in the middle of the plate.
Three runs on 3 hits here in the 7th. Fastball to Sizemore, strike 1. Gritty tonight is 0 for 3. John Wetland with Sean Kelly behind him. Oh, and 2. Some ball goes over to Lopez, and that will do it. But damage aplenty here in the 7th inning. A 2-run homer by Hafner, a solo home run by Francisco here in the 7th. The Tribe now has a 4-0 lead. I want to remind you to get your 3 a day of dairy every day. Mariners got to get something going offensively here against Aaron Laffey, who's retired the last 9 hitters that he's faced. Mariners have not had a base hit since Kenji Jojima's 2nd inning leadoff single. Chris Shelton to lead it off. Shelton, Gutierrez, and Langer hands 4, 5, and 6.
I guess the good news for the Mariners, that's 92 pitches now for Laffey. Cleveland has their bullpen up.
Bullpen. One of the worst ERAs in the American League on all base and all. Ball off the bat. Shelton 2 and 2. Shelton, a AAA All-Star down at Tacoma, fouls one. All these left-handed starters, Chris, is going to see a lot of action next few days. Give a chance to get even more rest for Mike Sweeney's back. Swing and a miss. Shelton's gone. That is now 10 in a row retired by Aaron Laffey. The Scott Brewer Rated telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So Laffey with 6 strikeouts. And then brings up Franklin Gutierrez. A walk and a fly out on Franklin Gutierrez bobblehead. You ever been able to put your finger on the phenomenon that is bobbleheads?
I mean, they're fun. Why not? There's a couple of them right there.
These guys are well stocked.
What was it a few years ago? The dolls that they used to give away. That was probably 5 or 6 years ago. That was a big deal. Everybody was getting them. You remember what I'm talking about? Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies. How about that?
Yeah, the Beanie Baby. Never could quite figure that one out either.
Two balls and 2 strikes. One out here in the 7th. The Tribe just put up a 3 spot top half of this inning. 2-2. Soft liner. Shortstop Cabrera takes care of that. Well, every time there is a bobblehead night here at the ballpark, we award a winner. And they enter before bobblehead night. And John Wiley was our winner tonight, and he got upgraded to some really good seats.
Thank you. I'll say hi to Thomas Del Rio. Hi, Thomas. Hey, John.
Say hello to the home folks. As we look at Ryan Langerhans taking a strike. Ryan is 0 for 2 tonight. Aaron Laffey is throwing a terrific ball game here, giving up just 3 hits. He struck out 6. He walked 3, 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and that's it. Hasn't walked anybody since.
I think what's been impressive with him is his ability to change speeds on his fastball. His fastball's been anywhere from 85 to 91 miles an hour. Just a little more sink to it the more he takes off of it. Really nice job of changing speeds. Another good breaking ball.
Tired 11 consecutive hitters here. 2 outs in the 7th. Swing and miss. Langerhans strikes out for the 2nd consecutive at bat. That's 7 Ks on the night for Laffey. And he's retired the last 12 men that he's faced. Cleveland leads at 4-0. Sean Kelly will take over the pitching duties for the Mariners. our business. Apply for a business loan at MoneyTreeInc.com. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the entire FSN crew back home in Seattle. Ryan Rollins-Smith tonight. Mike had a good run, but then it fell apart.
Well, he was terrific through 6 innings, giving us just 1 run over that time. Showed a good breaking ball, as you see right there. Another one. Great changeup tonight. But got away from a little bit in the 7th inning. Couple of mistakes. A pitch up. And Hafner jumps all over to hit a 2-run home run. And then take a look at this pitch. Right in the middle of the plate, Francisco with another home run. So what was looking like a really strong outing for Ryan Rollins-Smith still only gave up 5 hits, but 2 of them left the yard.
Sean Kelly takes over as we look at the line on Ryan Rollins-Smith. First pitch by Kelly to switch hitters Strubel Cabrera. Is a ball. Good crowd, 34,802. Greeting the Mariners after their successful 5-2 road trip. That's back from Mike Sweeney. Ryan Rollins-Smith is so excited, very happy to be back here with the big club until that 7th inning. Push a heck of a ball game. Flip side, Aaron Laffey has retired the last 12 men that he's faced, has not allowed a hit since Kenji Jojima's 2nd inning leadoff single, giving up 3 hits all in the evening. Cabrera sends one to center field, no problem for Gutierrez. 1 out here in the 8th inning. Mariners All Access is the only show that brings you up close and personal to your favorite Mariners players on and off the field. Tune in every week for exclusive interviews, player profiles, and insider coverage that you will not find anywhere else. Mariners All Access Sunday at noon, only on FSN. Shin-Soo Choo is the hitter with 1 out here in the 8th. He was hit by a pitch and is twice grounded out to second base.
Good fastball by Kelly. 94 miles an hour.
It's part of the power arms that the Mariners can bring out of the bullpen. Strike 3 called. But you knew it. 2 outs. Two down here in the 8th inning, looking ahead to the home 8th, bottom 3rd of the order. Judge Mahanahan and Cedeno coming up for the Mariners. There's catcher, the all-star catcher, Victor Martinez. Victor's 0 for 3 tonight. A nice breaking ball from Kelly. Got the whole package working.
What we saw earlier in the season before he was hurt, coming in throwing strikes, 9 pitches, 7 of them for strikes, able to throw his breaking ball over.
Kelly will cover. Branyan scoop to him, and Kelly throws a very clean 8th inning. 1, 2, 3 now. Can the Mariners generate some offense off of Aaron Laffey and whomever comes out of their bullpen? It's 4-0 Tribe. Update you on the Angels. They will just not go away. They've won 9 of 10. The Mariners have won 7 of 10, and they've lost 2 games in the process. 6-2 Angels over Minnesota down in Anaheim. And the standings up to the minute. 3-game lead over Texas, 5.5 over the Mariners, and the A's, well, they're still playing in Oakland. Kenji Jojima is going to lead it off. 3 hits on the night for the Mariners. Kenji had the last one, led off the second inning. Here's a strike from the new pitcher, Joe Smith. Saw Joe on Sunday pitch 2/3 of an inning, scoreless ball.
Well, hopefully the Mariners can have a little better luck against the Cleveland bullpen. Laffey was really good tonight. You see that pitch way outside.
Laffey was outstanding. 3-hit ball for 7 innings. 106 pitches, 67 strikes. 1-1 to Jojima. 1-2. Tribe in the 7th inning, a 2-run homer by Travis Fafner and a solo shot by Ben Francisco. Francisco had a sac fly back in the second, so he's had a good night. And that's a dandy pitch by Joe Smith. 1 out. Boy, off-speed pitching has really done a number of Mariners here tonight.
Well, Smith to the right-handers is going to be difficult. Drops down. That was a big sweeping slider that he threw Kenji. Lefty should be able to pick things up a little bit easier off of him.
Hanahan back up the middle, base hit. Came with that breaking ball just as you called it. 1 out base runner. Coming up tomorrow, Jeremy Sowers against Eric Bedard, couple of left-handers. Weekend series here with Cleveland. Mariners will see the Tribe one more time. That'll be a weekend series in August, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Cedeno is grounded into a double play and struck out. Mariners with a 25-18 home record, 500 on the road, 26-26. Smith gets the 1, won't get the 2. 2 outs here in the 8th.
There we go. A couple of left-handed hitters. You have Ichiro and then Brandon to follow. Again, should be able to pick the ball up off of Smith a little bit better, but now they're not going to get a chance. Looks like Aaron Wedge is going to go to the left-hander.
While he does that, we take a look at the Firestone leaderboard. Most seasons leading the major leagues in hits. And what esteemed company this is. Pete Rose, Ty Cobb, Ichiro, Stan the Man Musial, and Tony Gwynn. We will take a break as Eric Wedge makes a pitching change. Going to bring in his left-hander. 4-0 Cleveland. Ichiro and Branyan coming up. There are 2 down. Runner on here in the home 8th. Sip, lively arm when we saw him last week in Cleveland.
Yes, good fastball from Sips. Goes right after guys. You see he's having a fine year. ERA 3.07.
But the opponent's batting average 163.
He will pitch inside to the left-handed hitters too.
Seven strong innings from Aaron Laffey. Strike one. Ichiro picked up 138th hit of the season. That leads the major leagues. Since then he's struck out, wide to left. Misses 2-1. Texas Rangers winners tonight, 2-0 over Kansas City. Mentioned Angels are leading in their game. 2-1 to Ichiro. Tony Sipp from Pascagoula, Mississippi. Wakamatsu's crew limited to 4 hits tonight. That's a way of keeping that bat alive, huh?
It's good fastball by Sipp inside. Look at the tracer off the plate inside. Ichiro does a nice job of fighting it off. That picture of Don Wakamatsu. He'd love for Ichiro to get on base and give Russell Branyan a chance to swing it. With some guys on, maybe get a little bit closer.
2-2 to Ichiro.
A couple of good pitches by Sipp that Ichiro was able to spoil. That pitch on the outside corner, just off the plate away. Good fastball at 94 miles an hour.
Sipp's ready. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and dropped. And not only that, it ate up Ron Culper.
I don't think it was dropped at all. He missed it completely. Well, that'll keep you into the ball game.
Sipp fastball. Whoa. Straight miss.
Yeah, right on the chin. Padded mask, yeah, padded mask or not, that one gonna jolt the system a little bit when it hits you right on the chin like that.
How many fingers am I holding up? I heard the click. I thought it had hit the glove before. When you see that replay, that was a total square up. They stopped by Martinez. They give Ron Culpa a couple seconds to shake it off, get those cobwebs out. Take a listen. Well, Ron's ready to go. We're back to action. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on. Mariners running short on time. 2-2 to Ichiro. Full count. Branyan's on deck.
Good news. A couple of fronts with Ichiro at the plate. Cedeno's going to get to take off on this, so they're going to have to probably make the play at first. Ichiro with all those infield hits just opens up another option for him. Find a way to get on base.
3-2. Drives one. Deep right field. Chu going back. He's at the track and he's going to make the catch. I gave it a jolt, but not enough. 4-0 Cleveland. They can circle the diamond thanks to Key Bank. It's a memory that's going to last a lifetime. For tickets, visit mariners.com. During the break, Don Wakamatsu comes out to check on Ron Culpa. They're all in this together. We've all been there. Rick Griffin bringing out a bottle of water. And I'm sure Ron would like to send a thank you card to the designer of that mask.
Don Wakamatsu, the former catcher, certainly knows what that feels like.
Yep. New pitcher's Miguel Batista, third pitcher of the evening for the Mariners. Ryan Roland Smith, really good job through 6. Bottom fell out in the 7th, gave up a 2-run homer and a solo homer. Batista facing Johnny Peralta, Travis Hafner, and Ryan Garco. Miguel's been pretty aggressive this year. Mustache and goatee. Let his hair grow out this year. Good look, 1-2. Peralta with a single in the 2nd, fly out to center in the 4th, and a single in the 7th. A good night. He scored 2 runs. There's another hit for Johnny Peralta, his 3rd of the evening. Got that on a 1-2 pitch.
All of them singles. Cedeno, the shortstop, was playing over towards the hole, and Peralta had pulled the first 2 pitches into left field. And that one just hits it right back up the middle.
Here's Hafner. He muscled a pitch 393 feet. Last time up for his 10th home run of the season. Those are 25 runs batted in. Takes a look at strike 1. Give you an idea how strong this guy is. Look at that. Pitch up in the zone.
Up out of the zone. Nice job. Just tomahawked it out of here.
Guy with tremendous power, slowly but surely getting back to his old form. Off of Batista's glove. Everybody's safe. So a base hit for Hafner. Now the Tribe with a developing situation here in the 9th with 2 on.
You take a look at it, the deflection. Cedeno was already heading up the middle and then tried to come back in and change directions. See the in-between hop. Tries to keep it in front of him and smother it, but can't. Ends up being a base hit.
They'll bring up Ryan Garco. Garco with a double in the 2nd inning to left center field. Lined out hard to Lopez and flied out to right. That was the 7th hit for Cleveland. Long drive, deep left field. That is gone. A 3-run bullet by Ryan Garco, his 10th of the year. Runs his RBI total to 37, and Cleveland just broke this puppy wide open. 7-0 Tribe. First pitch, and he wasn't messing around.
We talked about Batista being aggressive, first pitch swinging. Tough to hit a ball much harder than that. They got out of here in a hurry, hit it right on the button.
Third home run hit by Cleveland tonight, all from the bottom of the order. Travis Hafner out of the 6-hole, Garco out of the 7-hole, and 9-hole hitting Ben Francisco. There's another drive deep left field. That ball is smoked and gone. Home run Jamie Carroll on a 1-0 pitch. His first of the year, his 13th RBI, And Batista is getting battered here in the ninth.
Take another look at it. Kenji set up away. Two-seam fastball that runs right back on the inside corner and up in the zone and gets just enough of it to get it over the line.
Kid brought his glove and it paid off. Here's Ben Francisco.
We're at the bottom of Cleveland's order tonight.
They erupted. 6 for 9. Hanahan has to make a diving play. Nice pick by Brandon at the other side. Finally an out.
This is a terrific play by Hanahan. Hit right on the button again. Gets up, gets rid of it quickly. And a nice play by Brandon over at first base.
Beltre told Glover the last couple of years. He said he could play right now, but they're doing everything they can to hold him back. Look for him sometime in August.
Would you expect him to say anything else?
Oh, he's ready to go, I'm telling you. A couple of bone spurs and some adhesions taken out in his most recent shoulder surgery. Been an explosive inning for Cleveland. Bottom of the order for Cleveland, 6 for 9 tonight. Al Batista 3-0. Sizemore walks him on 4 pitches. Here's Red. And sort of with his hero not in the order. Sort of going on incognito. Biggest Beltre fan in Seattle. Seventh hitter coming to the plate against Batista here in the 9th inning. One and 0 to Asdrubal Cabrera. Tribe entering tonight. 9th in the American League in home runs. They've hit 4 tonight. With another strike, 1-2.
Batista going with his cutter and his slider now.
Full foul.
Look at the bottom of the order tonight.
Whew.
6, 7, 8, 9 hitters, all with home runs in the game.
0-2 strikes to Cabrera. That's smoked. Base hit. First and second. And they're wearing out Batista. Coming out to talk to him is Rick Adair, the pitching coach.
Take another look at it. This ball hit right on the button. Nice try by Lopez, but just hit too hard. Couldn't quite get to it in time.
Miguel having a real rough go. His last appearance 5 days ago against Cleveland. Pitched an inning, gave up a hit and a run. Walked 2, struck out 2. Tough inning here in the 9th. 4 more on the board for Cleveland. Here's Shin-Soo Choo. Choo tonight 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch. Eighth hitter to the plate here in the 9th inning. Mariners 9th inning, Brandon Lopez and Shelton. This was a 4-0 deficit, now to 8-0.
The fastballs all away from Chu. 23 pitches so far for Batista in the inning.
Differential's not good either. 13 strikes, 10 balls. Saved by Kenji, 3-1. Chu's going to take a rip here. 3-1 count, a couple of men on.
His first fastball he's thrown inside to him. Beat him with it.
No TV tomorrow night. We'll be back with you Sunday afternoon. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the Toronto Blue Jays make their only Safeco Field visit. 3-2 to Chu. Struck him out. 2 down.
Looks like Chris Jakubowski's getting loose out in the Mariner pen.
This will be the 9th hitter to the plate against Miguel Batista. There's Chris. Victor Martinez, 0 for 4 tonight. Sizemore's at second, Cabrera's at first. Strike one. A lot of late inning lightning here by the Tribe. 3 in the 7th, 4 in the 9th. So Chris Perez warming up for Cleveland. Not what the Mariners had in mind. What with Texas beating Kansas City 2-0 and the Angels 6-2 leading Minnesota and Anaheim in the home 8th. And when you think about the wild card situation, Red Sox win, Tampa Bay they win as well. 4-2 Tampa Bay over Toronto. Boston takes out Baltimore 3-1. Jonathan Papelbon struck out Melvin Mora on a 3-2 pitch with the bases loaded, top of the 9th. 2-1.
.30 pitches now for Batista in this inning.
Four home run night for the Tribe. Hafner, Gartko, Carroll, and Francisco. Martinez, 2-2. Pitch from Batista. That's a line drive base hit. Grady Sizemore runs well. They're going to send him. Here's a throw from Ichiro. Should have a place to play. They did not get him. Sliding into second base is Victor Martinez. It's 9-0 Cleveland. RBI for Victor Martinez, his 63rd.
Well, nice throw by Ichiro, but it looked like Sizemore was able to slide around the tag and reach back and touch home plate. Take another look at it, slide around Kenji, and then reach back for the plate, gets a piece of it. It's a good call.
Taking second on the throw is Martinez, and a horrible performance by Miguel Batista in the 9th inning. The Tribe with 5 runs on 6 hits. There's still 2 on and 2 outs. 9-0 Cleveland with Chris Jakubowskis taking over. Batista had a nightmare this evening. 31 pitches as he gives up 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned, walk and a strikeout. Here's Johnny Peralta. Down the line, that gets fouled. Peralta started this 9th inning. A base hit to center. He scored on the Ryan Garco 3-run homer. Jakubowski's trying to get the 3rd out here in the 9th. Cleveland has Cabrera at 3rd, Martinez at 2nd. Breaking ball misses, 2 balls, 1 strike. Mariners certainly make a habit out of losing first games of series.
They like to put the pressure on. They did it Detroit just before we came home. We ended up winning the next 2.
Three and 1. Mariners won 8 of 10 and 12 of the last 15 series. Three-one count. Now 3-2 to Johnny Peralta. What an inning for the Tribe. What a back into the game. 7 runs. 7th inning, they pick up 3 runs and 5 more here in the 9th.
Well, maybe with all these runs they've scored here late in the game, they won't have much left for tomorrow.
Power of positive thinking.
That's right.
Eric Wedge is the skipper for Cleveland Indians. Long year for him. He's enjoying this night. A lot more than that little fella is. Sharply hit down to Cedeno. He'll throw across. That'll do it. A megaton explosion in the 9th inning here. 5 spot for the Tribe, taking a 9-0 lead to the bottom of the 9th. Against Eric Bedard, the string of left-handers continue. And no TV tomorrow. We'll be back with you on Sunday, 12:30, our pregame show here on FSN. We're joining you again Sunday for the 3rd and final game of the series. Victor Martinez and the Indians. Live coverage, 12:30, right here on FSN and FSN HD. Rally caps, they're out. They're flying them. See if anything happens here. Russell Brandon's going to lead it off. Brandon, Lopez, and Shelton against right-hander Chris Perez. Batista had a tough night. Did a lot of damage to his ERA in 2/3 of an inning. 5 runs all earned. Ball and strike to Brandon.
Love the rally hats.
Why not? Brandon tonight bounced into a double play walk and struck out.
Oh yeah, we haven't had too many of these this year. You know,
that's a very good call.
Lopsided. They played so many close games. We have too many of these now. There's a rally hat for you.
Brandon continues to battle. Show me something. Stay until the bitter end.
Yeah, why not?
1-run games. The Mariners 23 and 13. Do a quick check. You're right. Blowout games. Swing and miss. Brandon is gone. 1 out in the 9th. I like that hat.
There you go.
He's hanging in.
Good looking hat.
folks loyal to the bitter end. They were here enjoying the pregame festivities. Let's see. There was an early game in April. Mariners beat the Angels 11-3. At the Angels, lost 8-0.
When was that one?
8-0. That was April 26th. Now this is the worst one. It's got to be the worst one of the year. I just saw it. It was Minnesota. I think it was a game we did not televise. 11-0 on May 8th.
Well, there haven't been many.
That is correct. 2-1 to Lopez. Two and two to Lopez. Got a great cross section of folks here. Safeco Field. You know, those are the that's it for the blowouts. Either way. Ground ball to the shortstop Cabrera. Tosses over to Greco. 2 outs. Chris Shelton. Mariners down to their last out. 9-0 Cleveland.
Let's see if Chris can check in with a base hit.
He's grounded out to second and struck out tonight. Angels in the 9th inning, top of the 9th, have a 6-2 lead over Minnesota. Texas has already won. Boston's a 3-1 winner. Tampa Bay beat Toronto 4-2. They beat Halliday. If you're into caps and hats, and you know I am. Great collection here tonight. Start rating caps.
There you go.
He looks like the doctor on the wagon train. I like that. Oh, now we're talking. One and two to Shelton. Rally hat has been in the majority tonight. A good night for hats. Good to see Seattle's a hat wearing down. Strike 3 call, game over. Well, not a heck of a lot to wrap up on that one, other than saying that was a butt whipping. 9-0 Cleveland. The long ball